What's up, party people? I think I I think I messed up the countdown there. Still getting used to the new software. But all right. Well, like the ticker says, welcome to Journal Party Live. My name is Alex Gallner, and tonight we got a really awesome program for you. Burning Desire. Burning Desire. So been thinking a lot about how to make my desires a reality lately, and desire is kind of an interesting thing for me. It brings up a little bit of baggage, I think. I think if any of you have ever read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, you'll know that burning desire is a pretty key ingredient in actually getting rich or getting whatever it is that you want. That's kind of the secret ingredient. However, if you've embarked on any bit of seeking, like myself, you may have stumbled into different philosophies, and maybe some Eastern thought. I know Buddhism. They talk about desire kind of being the plague of humanity and the root cause of suffering. So, pretty interesting juxtaposition and dichotomy. And so, that's something that's interesting. And I'm not here to preach or proselytize. I think that's how you say that word. Anyway, I just think that it's something to consider as we dive a little bit deeper into our prime motivators and the things that we really want. On one hand, it's a really good idea to get in touch with your why and what it is that drives you and amps you up and gets you ready to take action. And on the other hand, getting stuck in that, I think has a tendency to perpetuate you not having that desire in the first place. Something someone said to me once that rang pretty true to me was that you can't really want and have something at the same time. So the way that I've incorporated that into my practice, at least as it relates to journaling and how I pursue different goals and dreams of mine, is that I think it's a really good idea to get in touch with all these things, have an emotional connection, but then ultimately, I think you need to let go and trust that your subconscious, God, whatever you want to call it, but the bigger thing that moves you on the regular, having some trust and allowing that to kind of manifest this reality into existence for you. So that said, that's how I'm approaching this. Journal Party is very much come as you are, take what you like, do as you please. And so if you have any thoughts on desire and as it relates to this process, then please do share with the community. I think that one of the best things about Journal Party is that we can all come together. Odds are, if you're into the practice of journaling, you have been a seeker in some form. And I hope that you've collected a bit of knowledge and wisdom along the way that you can share with the tribe. And I really look forward to benefiting from all of that. And with that said, we got a really great, I was going to say show. We have a really great program for you tonight. And like I said, it's called Burning Desire. So let me pull up the app here. This is our newest premium guided journaling program. But of course, it's free for you all tonight to journal with us and the Journal Party family. And it's this one right here, Burning Desire. And so let me be real clear. Well, I was going to say this isn't like romantic, hot and steamy desire. Although maybe that's your desire. Who am I to challenge what it is that you're what burns inside of you? But I think this is desire in the broader sense. So don't let the pink flame of the icon lead you astray. Anyway, we got 10 prompts tonight. We're going to do 3 minutes per prompt as we normally do. And of course, if you need a little bit more time with these prompts, you can always go back into the app. You can always stream or not stream. I guess you would replay the replay of this. So if you got more in the tank, don't be afraid to pause it or revisit it. Often one of the things that I find in my experience is that the insights it's great when they come up when you're prompted, but oftentimes it'll be the next day or even days later where something that I've prompted myself for actually emerges with some utility, some wisdom. Do we have any newbies in the house tonight? Anybody here first timer before we get going? Let me know real quick. And of course, okay, yeah, we're almost, it's a 6 past, so we'll get going in just a second here. But I would like to extend a warm welcome to anybody who is joining us for the first time tonight. And if that's you, welcome. We're really glad that you found us. Lisa, welcome. All right, cool. We got at least one newbie in the house. Lisa's from New Jersey. That's cool. Welcome. Hope how's New Jersey weather right now? I'm in LA, Los Angeles, and it's rainy, which normally everyone makes a big deal out over here, but I think it's I love my journal when it rains. It's like ultimate cozy factory in here. Okay, well, so if Lisa, if you're the only newbie, welcome, and don't be shy. There's lots of people here. Lisa says it's wet there. Okay, so it's wet here too. Well, hopefully you stay dry, stay warm, and what I was saying is we have a really great community here. Everyone's really super supportive, and so if you find yourself lost or confused with anything, don't be shy. Everyone's happy to help you out. But this is real simple. Our philosophy, there's not really a wrong way to do this, and what we aim to do is have a focused and productive session. And so we'll guide you through with these prompts. They have timers, and then we move on. But like I was saying at the top of this, we do have an app. So if you wanted if you want to go back and revisit any of these prompts at any time, you can do so within the app. So anyway, it's 8 after. So if everyone is ready, I'm gonna fire this thing up. So go ahead and open up your journal, get your pen out. Hopefully you got something to keep you not thirsty. What's the opposite of not thirsty? Quenched. So hopefully you got something to keep you quenched, maybe something to snack on, but you do you. That's what this is all about. All right, and then at the end we'll share some insights. So I'm gonna hit the start now button. We'll count you down and get this party started. All right, first prompt of the night: igniting the spark. Reflect on a moment when you felt truly alive. What were you doing? How did it ignite a fire within you? I hate it when it does this. All right, everyone, give me just a moment while I refresh this, because sometimes our app doesn't load in web browser on a live stream. Fortunately, it usually lets us know that it's going to do that by the second prompt, and we can just reload it. Never had this problem in the app, but the web browser sometimes. There we go. All right, fueling the flame. Think about a long-held dream or goal. What steps can you take this month to bring you closer to it? All right, next prompt is the warmth of passion. Write about an activity or hobby that warms your heart whenever you engage. Why does it resonate so deeply with you? All right, your next one is the beacon in the dark. What desire or goal helps you keep going during challenging times? How does it light your path? Fanning the flames. Identify a recent obstacle to your dreams. How can you transform it into fuel for your burning desire? just had an awesome insight. Love it when that happens. This next one is glow of achievement. Describe a past achievement that felt like a culmination of your passion and effort. How did it shape your journey? All right, next one is whispers of the heart. Listen to your inner voice. What is urging you? What is it urging you to pursue right now? How can this shape your future? Next is the heat of courage. Recall a time you stepped out of your comfort zone for something you deeply desired. What did you learn? Ashes to growth. Reflect on a failure or setback. How has it fertilized the soil for new growth in your life? Eternal flame. Envision your life many years from now. What aspect of your current desires do you see as having had a lasting impact? Okay. I just saw in the chat here, Julie said she's not seeing the current prompt. Was anybody else having issues throughout the stream? Just want to make sure that I'm not casting a void out here. Anyway, let me know. And also, while you're chewing on that thought, well, not that that's a thought to chew on that much, but if you're new here, one of the things that we do is after we're done writing, we like to share our insights with the collective here. So you never have to share exactly what you wrote. You can if you want. But for me, journaling is a deeply personal thing, and I keep my my journal under lock and key. But that said, one of my favorite things to do is to try to distill the insights down and incorporate them into my own life and share those insights with others, especially the people who have journaled through this stuff with us. So yeah. Oh, I know. I was bragging because I had a good insight that that came up. Well, let me take a look through my my notes here, and yeah, please do share if you had anything interesting that you wanted to share. Okay, so one of the things that kept coming up for me, particularly when it was like, what what is what is your intuition trying to tell you about all of this? And when I really listened to myself, I got a lot of trust the process. And the more I look back at the goals that I've gone after, and the desires that I've managed to make reality, a lot of it, most of it, the big things anyway, happened in spite of myself, if that makes any sense. I mean, that's not to say that there's not a whole lot of efforting that can happen with going after a goal or an objective, but I think a lot of it is just getting out of my own way. And I know at the top of the stream here, I was discussing just the idea of desire in the first place, and I think that one of the dangers is getting too attached to a specific outcome. And perhaps outcome is a little bit different than a desire if you were to really probe into it and figure out what's going on there. But I think that once you get in touch, with what your intentions are, what it is that you really really want, and maybe this comes with practice, but I think it is good practice to hand it over to the forces that are greater than you as an individual, and trust it, trust the process, trust that with that being your intention, that it will come into fruition. And I think there was another prompt in here talking about setbacks, right? And how those can actually be used to fuel this internal flame or fire of desire for yourself. And one of the things that I noticed is journal party is a very probably front and center for me in terms of my desires, just executing this vision and sharing it with everybody. And I share this often, but it always comes up, and it's always something that I like to pay attention to and remember, is that Journal Party was actually born out of what I would consider a failure, a pretty big one. I was working at a startup for several years, and this was going down through the pandemic. We actually had a really great run through the pandemic, and a lot of growth and a lot of exciting stuff. And I was really really rooting for that company to make it, and we got really really far, but things happen, and eventually it became a bigger operation than something that I could control on my own. And so inevitably elements outside of my control ended up leading to me getting laid off from that position, not for lack of performance or anything. It was just how the cards fell. And in that space, that's where Journal Party came from, right? I was like, all right, well, now that this thing that I thought I wanted to happen so bad is not in the realm of potentiality, what is it that I want to show up in my experience? And there was a through line going through all of these prompts for me, and it's just like, no matter how uncomfortable it got, just getting in touch with what it is that I wanted to show up in my experience. In this case, shared joy, and in particular shared joy off of something that I had really worked hard on. And when I say worked hard, I don't mean that I had a bad time doing it. I think it's more so that it was a creative process. I actually had a great time doing it, and all of this felt way better than this job that I was so concerned about losing. And my life has taken quite a turn for the better. And even recent setbacks, I can notice that it's often in discomfort or in setback where you get creative. And personally, I subscribe to the belief that there's a creative solution to every problem. And I think if you give it that space, it emerges. So try trusting that process. That's what I've been doing lately, and it's been working out for me. I certainly don't have all the answers, but those were my insights. So I'm gonna check in back here. All right. So it looks like most people didn't have problems with the prompts. I'm not really sure what happened there, Julie. So sorry about that. But yeah, like I said earlier, there's all these are available for you to go through at your leisure through the app, and you can always check out the live stream. Said, all right, we got Patricia here. Thank you once again for getting me out of my head and into my heart. Bless you. Oh, thank you so much. Bless you too. Bless everybody. Tina says, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it's my pleasure. I definitely don't have all of the answers, but as I just turned 38, and I know that's still pretty young, but in my time here, I have had a pretty rich, diverse set of experiences, and you know, I not all of them I would judge positive, right? But then again, with a little bit of insight, a little bit of perspective, I don't know how that I could judge even some of the worst things that happened as not positive, because all of it led me to here, where I'm feeling very fortunate to be. We got Elizabeth Ann says, failure was something I had all through my early years in school. I stopped. I didn't feel like I could be a success. College years taught me about setback. This can be changed. You can take this and see where it is weak and start the rebuild. Setback gave me hope. Totally. I mean, we just had a guided journaling session on Journal Party Live for resilience, I believe. And or was that the podcast? I don't know. We do so much guided journaling. But yeah, I mean, that's a really big takeaway. And I think that a lot of this, kind of points back to how we insist on judging everything. It's crazy when you think about it. Everything that comes across your experience, people tend to have to feel a certain way about it. And, I guess that's interesting. It can provide a little bit of color to your experience. But more than anything, I think it brings a little bit of drama. And, you can be rooting for something all you want, but I mean, and this is another quote that I just love, man plans and God laughs. And, I've certainly been good at executing some of my plans, but there's a lot of times where, God, the universe, whatever it is, just says no. It doesn't happen the way I thought. And I'll feel a certain way about that, only for time to pass and things to happen and everything to be. I'm continuously surprised at how much better things turn out than what I was actually rooting for and hoping for. So, if I know that's not maybe everybody's experience, but the more that I get in touch with this and this process of, becoming aware of how you're thinking and how you're feeling and what your experience is, and then letting that go and allowing what is to be. Man, it's really great when you're going with the flow. So that's my thought on that. We got Lisa here, says, hold on, let me get the tunage going. Okay, I remember this song. All right. Lisa says, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. Is there a schedule somewhere? Okay, so Lisa, this is actually, we used to do this every Thursday, but then I had, work thing happen. So now it's every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, you're going to have to do the calculations if you're in another part of the country. But that's what's been working for us so far. So yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Wednesday, we do Journal Party Live, and that's totally free, and the replays live inside of the app and on our YouTube channel. And I'm looking at getting some more events going. We're getting a lot of new premium members joining, and I love doing these free events, and I never. I didn't make Journal Party to get rich, really. It was to change how I was showing up in the world. But that said, I do want to reward the folks who have supported this thing financially by going premium. And I was thinking about some different events that we could do for premium folks. And I've been talking about this since we started doing Journal Party Live. Actually, is one of the things I would like to do is have a version. It's going to have to probably be a smaller group, but where we maybe do this a little bit more Zoom style. As much as I love sharing my insights with the tribe and everything, I feel like it'd be cool if we could actually talk to each other a little bit and have a little bit more face-to-face interaction. So that's going to be in the works. Unfortunately, I'm currently pretty tapped out in terms of my time and my schedule because of a consulting gig that I've taken. But that won't last forever. And as we get more of these members, whether it's me hosting that or one of our support staff, we'll definitely be looking to get some premium member programs going where it's a little bit more face to face. The other thing that I'm actually really excited about for Journal Party is, and this is also something that I've thought about for a long time, but it takes some time for these things to I guess to materialize. And but the idea is to do a retreat, and actually do multiple retreats. We've got something like 3,500 people in the group now, and everybody's awesome and super nice and super supportive. And there's been so much more engagement than I ever even imagined. And so actually one of the first things I did with Journal Party was do these live events at the park over here by my house in Los Angeles. And that's been super fun. It's really great to, get together with everybody live. And I know this is Journal Party Live, but how cool would it be to actually really do it live in the flesh? So we got that going on, or in the works. I'm working with some people who are a little bit more experienced at planning those sorts of things than I am. And so I've got to digest their knowledge and know how to get it done. But we absolutely will do that. We're thinking maybe doing something in Sedona first. So if that sounds cool to you, shoot me a DM or something like that, and I'll get you on the short list. We got to make sure that everybody wants to do one of these things before we actually do all the bookings and stuff like that. Let's see, though. We got some more comments here. All right. Mary says, I am currently going through the same thing. My job is being cut on hours, so I'm moving to a new program on campus and changing my career field. I was so passionate about my job, and now I have to work on new passions. Yeah, well, so as somebody who's just been a part of that, navigating that tricky process, I would say be nice to yourself. You deserve to be happy and fulfilled, and I would also say, I don't know you very well personally, Mary, but I do believe that everybody has unique gifts, and I would say, get excited about what gets you excited, and find ways to share that. If any of that overlaps with what we're doing here at Journal Party, I would absolutely love to, to explore that. And that goes for anybody, by the way. This is a really awesome community that's forming here. And I know that we've got some people from, who are mental health professionals. I know that we've got people who are coaches and involved in, other healing modalities and things like that, and just people who are super wise. And so if you've got ideas for, things that you'd want to collaborate on or anything like that, my goal is to serve everybody here in a way that, serves the greater collective here. And I think that, the more that we open that up, and the more creative we get, the easier that is, and the more fun it is. So well, let us know how we can support you in that, Mary. And sorry about the job cuts, but like I was saying before, if you don't judge it, I think you'll find that maybe it's the greatest thing that ever happened, right? Got Christy here. Christy says, turning 61, running a horse farm. That's awesome. And riding school. My body is tired and I can't work as hard as I used to be able to. So I'm finding ways to combine art and writing with working with different populations of people with the horses rather than the focus on riding. That's interesting. I now work mostly with folks in recovery rather than young people wanting to ride, an opportunity to help those who need it. Well, like I was just saying, now let me know if I can support you in that. I've actually seen that popping up. Is that like what horse therapy is? I saw that kind of pop up as like a buzzword and wasn't really sure what that was, but I've heard of something like that. So I don't know if that's what you've been involved with, but sounds super cool. Actually, my fiance's last birthday, we went to a place near here in LA called the Gentle Barn, where they it's actually like a rescue place where they take animals that were previously on the chopping block for meat and stuff like that, and animals that were abused, and they give them a nice home and a nice gentle and relaxing rest of their lives. And actually we went there and they had we did this thing where they had these cows in there, and we just kind of hung out and just enjoyed being with the cows. And I thought it was, I'll be honest, I thought it was a little silly before we did it. And I felt so relaxed and relieved. It was such a great experience. So yeah, animals, they're in touch with something that, maybe we were in touch with one point and maybe lost, but just being around them, being in a peaceful state of being with another sentient being is always really awesome. And Lisa says, great, thank you. Chrissy says yes. Okay, so cool. Yeah, well, that's awesome. Definitely share some of that in the group. I'd love to just see what your life looks like. That sounds awesome. Okay, and she says, we have a small rescue as well. The horses and humans help each other. That's beautiful. Yeah, please share that. I mean, I think our community would love to see that. If you've got any pictures of what it is that you do, and let us know if there's any way that any of us can get involved. Obviously we can all help in different ways, and that's, aside from us going in and harvesting these golden nuggets of wisdom from inside of ourselves. I think the other cool thing is that when we return to the community, not only do we bring those insights, but we bring a better version of ourselves, hopefully. And I also just envisioned that we could all not only journal through life together, but help each other out. And I think there's a lot of really great minds and great hearts in this community, and so don't be afraid to take advantage of it. I built it for all of us. So with that said, getting close to the top of the hour here, and so I don't think I see any more insights. So if that's all, then I'm just gonna say thank you so much for journaling with me today. And thank you so much for finding us. Please let us know if you have anything that you are working on that you want to be journaling about. If I don't have the expertise or whatever it is to write that program, I'm pretty good at finding experts who can help. And so we'll put together whatever it is that you guys need. Just let us know. Be on the lookout. We got a new Journal Party podcast coming out on Monday. Drop me a line if you're interested in maybe doing a retreat with us in the future. And that's it. I hope you download the app, have fun, and have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your week. I'm Alex Gallner signing off. Party on.